We pledge today that we sacrifice all in rebuilding our beautiful country, South Africa. Lord, grant them wisdom to make decisions that will ensure that we live as one nation. In the name of Jesus. Father, I thank you that you will give them the mind and the heart that they will be able to address service delivery, fight against gender-based violence, and social injustices. We rebuke political affiliated killings that we have since seen rearing its head in our beautiful country. We pray and we rebuke over teenage pregnancy, the use of alcohol and drug abuse in our societies. Lord, grant us conscience to lead and let them commit themselves daily. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for this time in prayer as we commit each and everyone who is a leader in this room and a lot more. Thank you, Lord, that you grant them the wisdom and the strength to do so. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Comrade National Chairperson, Comrade Gwademantashe says, I've taken his job of National Chairperson. So I told him that I don't have ambitions for that position of National Chairperson. So, comrades, we are gathered here today to, among others, make a pledge and take a pledge for doing better going forward, so that some of us, when we are on the wrong side and misrepresenting the mandate our people have given us in the ANC, we remember this day. And when the ANC act decisively, where there is wrongdoing, don't ask questions. Remember this day when you sign the pledge. And a pledge, when you sign, is a legal document. So you'll sign it and hand over to the provincial secretary, who are mandated by the acting secretary general, who will oversee the signing of this pledge on behalf of the Secretary General of the African National Congress and the NEC. Without any waste of time, I'm going, before I call the chairperson of Ekurhuleni and the mayor, Mzwandile Masina, going to ask you to play us a video of Ekurhuleni, the city, the ANC governed.
Well, this is Albertina Sisulu fire station. It's meant to look after the Kempton Park CBD. As you know, that we've been building this infrastructure program. We've spent about 40 million to date, and this project is going to be complete by June. We had a lot of challenges here. There was underground water challenge, which needed some engineering so that we can build infrastructure to accommodate the water problems that we have experienced here. I'm happy that today, as we are here, the team indicates that in the next 2 months, all the projects next will have completed, and then we'll be ready to open this and give it to the community. I made a call that we want to make sure that all our infrastructure build program that I spoke about during the State of the Cities address must be open, must be given to the community, so that the new administration must start its own projects. I'm happy with the visit that we've been undertaking in the East. We're here today in the North to see different build programs. Next week we'll be in the South, and once we are done, we should be able to share the success stories that we've been able to do, because sometimes written words are different than visual pictures, which is what we're trying to create. When we say we've built 5 fire stations, we must now show you where they are and what is happening. When we say we've built 10 libraries, all those things we are now bringing them to reality, so that our people can see that indeed that infrastructure has been built. I'm happy that just next door the police precinct has now been completed. We are planning the opening soon, so that work can start in this particular area.
here at Tembisa Licensing Hub. The investment on this infrastructure is at 82.3 million. This is one of its kind. I'm saying one of its kind because previously you would find licensing services centers in your industrial areas, in your towns. Now in Ekurhuleni, we thought, look, let's package these services together and let's bring it at the doorstep of our communities. Hence this facility. This is the one that you can have countrywide. What happens is, as opposed to your previous practices where you would go to a number of centers for different services, you come here, you get all the services. When I say all the services, it means you can do your driver's licensing here, you can do your driver's testing here, you can do your motor vehicle registration here, you can also do your motor vehicle testing here. As you can see, this is the main building. You also have the vehicle testing center on the other side. You also have the testing ground on the other side there. So we are quite grateful, we are quite happy that this will now make it easier for our communities to access this important service. But not only that, this will relieve pressure from your centers like Kempton Park and others. We are quite happy that this will actually assist in terms of revenue stimulation for the city.
It cost 39 million. The purpose of the tower is that here we had a problem with pressure. As you can see, we have 3 old reservoirs. So this tower will be pumping to these reservoirs, and it is mainly to help watch aid the high density houses. By end of June, this tower will
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, comrades. We also have NEC members with us here. Comrade Lindy Zulu. Okay. We also have Comrade Lindy Maseko. We also have Comrade Ayanda Dlodlo. We also have Comrade Pinky Kekana. We also have Comrade Becky Kele. We also have Comrade Zingi Swalosi. We also have the Women's League Secretary General, Comrade Myoho Matuba. We also have comrades who serve in government as ministers and deputy ministers also present here. And we also have you, the community influencers. You know, namos the celebrities are questioning. As somebody was saying, no, ANC does not have influencers. Because the ANC influencers are councillors, candidates. These are the people who are known in the communities. We tested on the ground with the support of the people. So thank you, comrades. And now, without any waste of time, I'm going to move now to the introduction of candidates by each and every province. I'm trying to cover time so that when we dance and do all those little things, the most important business of tonight is done. I'm going to ask that we cue the Eastern Cape, Comrade Oscar Mabuyani, to introduce 786 PR candidates of the ANC and 710 ward candidates. of the ANC in the Eastern Cape, Pondwe. Can we line the Eastern Cape province for the introduction? Amanda! Can we go to the Eastern Cape, please? Comrade Mabuyani, over to you.
Thank you very much, Program Director, Comrade Marks. Greetings to the NOBs and the entire NEC, PEC and RECs, leadership of our leagues and alliance, our candidate councillors, our volunteers, members and supporters of the ANC across the length and breadth of our country. Molweni nonke makabali. Comrade Marks and the national leadership, to people of our province, here today I'm pleased to introduce to you 1,496 women and men made up of 786 PR candidates, 710 ward councillor candidates, voted by registered voters from 4,803 VDs across our province. They are now working with 250 volunteers per ward. That makes up to 177,500 volunteers in our province. These are capable and dedicated servants of our people who have been drawn from across the 8 regions of our province. Of these candidates, 50% are women, which is a product of the historical struggles of women and demonstration of the ANC's commitment to gender equality. Throughout our 8 regions, our candidates have a fair representation of young people, with the Eastern Cape having the youngest candidate in the country at the age of 20 years. We are introducing highly skilled and experienced candidates whom we not only selected from the 7 councillors but widely from the individuals who have vast experience and expertise in the local government sector. We once again demonstrated our non-racial character by having a list of candidates that reflects other national groups that are eligible to stand for elections in our country. Mandisho kodwa idokoba sinazo ingxakanyana esizilungisayo nezizikhalazo ezifakweyo, all those are attended to. We have set in motion a process that seeks to resolve those complaints that have been brought forward. We will deal with that even after elections. Ndivumeleke mphathi inkqubo into okokuba ndiphakamise ezi councillors candidates zethu ngokwe-regions. Ndizawuqala nge-Alfred Nzo. Alfred Nzo khona, ndizawucela ii-councillors zonke ziphakame zase-Alfred Nzo kulaa kona. Nantsiya i-Alfred Nzo ikhoyo yonke. Ndize apha ecakwayo nge-Amathole, ndicela i-Amathole iphakame ibonwe, nantsi Amathole. Ndize nge-WB Khubusana region, yone iKhubusana region ikhona yonke. Ndize nge-Christiani region, yone iChristiani mayiphakame ibonwe ilizwe. Ndize nge-Jokabi, yona iJokabi yakulonzingo.
Sorry.
Nelson Mandela, yona iNelson Mandela ikhona.
Sorry.
Nge-Sarah Batman, nansi i-Sarah Batman ikhona ubunzi bayo. Tata Owar Tambo, Tata. Long live the spirit of Owar Tambo, long live. Nansi Owar Tambo ikhoyo yonke. Nasi candidates zase-Eastern Cape. Naba abantu abazobantu bathunywa be-ANC. Abazawusebenza nabantu base-Eastern Cape ngokunikeza ngenhlonipho ngokulandela i-pledge ebekwa apha phambi kwabo. Enkosi kakhulu, Comrade Marks. Thank you very much.
Amanda! Program, can you show us the candidates? Is it possible to show us the people? Ian, can you show us the people in the Eastern Cape? The cameraman is... Can the cameraman please wake up? In the next province, thank you, Eastern Cape, Amanda. Comrades, the next province will be Free State. Mpolisi Tukwana, the convener of the province, to introduce 313 PR candidates and 319 ward candidates. Comrade Mpolisi, over to you.
Ndiyabulela Comrade Marx, National Chairperson, Mkhokheli zonke ezikhoyo eze-NEC, Comrade Khalima, nani nonke eninyilweyo enikhoyo apha siyabulisa. Comrades, the ANC in the Free State has 1.4 million registered voters. It has 5 regions, 535 LTs. We have 319 wards, and the number of VPs 1,565. The total number of registered voters in the Free State, as I said, we will then break them down as we go to regions. I would like to invite the President of the region to stand up. The President of the ward is 73. In number of ward candidates is 73. In number of PR candidates, as I said, the President Dabi is 59. The cameraman is anger. Usually in a ward there is 74. If you take candidates who are all these awards, is also a good breakdown last year. Eligible put us in a number of PR candidates in 64. CM reaching the next region will then be Taramufusayani. We have 98 number of wards. We have fielded 98 ward candidates and 115 number of PR candidates. Then the next region is Kharib, Masibel Kharib. Kharib has 23 wards. 23 ward candidates fielded with 27 number of PR candidates. Then we have our Metro Mangaung. Mangaung has 51 number of wards, and we have fielded all the wards, all 51 of them, with a number of PR candidates, 47. The skill percentage here to management, we have 62% of our candidates having skills, no qualifications, and 60% of our School of Leadership. Budget and financial management 60%, electric about 89%, e-governance 70%, and then post-matric 45%, urban economic management 30%, computer literacy 73%, communication 80%, leadership 76%, legal 23%, and then conflict resolution and problem solving 76%. We have total number of 319 wards, and in the 319 wards, 253 are males, making it a 79% male, which is not a good reflection. And we have 66 females in the wards, constituting 21%. In youth, we have 59 and making 18%. And then in the PR, we have a total number of PRs 312, all the males constituting 150, which makes it 48%, and females 162, constituting 52%, youth 59, making it 19%. Isende lendlela siza kuyiqabela size sifumane i-25% ngapha kwi-youth nomama amandla.
Give Free State a good round of applause. We've got many legal minds in that list of the Free State. Comrades, we give a round of applause because we can see that each and every province have taken an effort to get good candidates. And to get good candidates, capable candidates, comrades have gone an extra mile. And I think we need to give them a good round of applause for that. Now I will cross over to KZN, Comrade Sihle Zigala. PR candidates 908, and ward candidates 901. Comrade Zigala, over to you.
Thank you, Comrade Malula, Program Director. Greetings to the national officials, the President in absentia, the Deputy President, and all officials and the NEC, the former Deputy President, the Alliance partners, SACP and COSATU, the leads, and all comrades, including the provincial leadership and the NEC employees who are with us. Comrades, in KwaZulu-Natal, we have a total number of 1,809 candidates, and the breakdown is 901 ward candidates and 908 PR candidates. In terms of available seats, we are contesting all wards and all PR seats. In terms of our list, we have embraced the 50% equity, and thus we have 50% women and 50% men, including in the electable positions. We've got 27% of young people who are below the age of 85. We've got 14% who represent the national groups, which is colored, Indians and white. Continuity and experience is 62%, and about 92% of our candidates possess metric certificate. On top of that, 58% possess diplomas and degrees, including the postgraduate degrees. And therefore, in terms of skills, we present 58%. In the interest of time, I will say all 11 regions are here, and I will not take your time introducing region by region, because we know that we are winning from the first region till the last region, and all municipalities who are contesting determined to win. Amanda!
Amanda! The next province, comrades, let's give KZN a big round of applause. The next province is Limpopo. Chairperson, comrade, Stanley Chukuma Tabata.
Then I find a strong expression that the councillor candidate is the gender equity and the strong expression in the council candidates was local municipalities. Where in some municipalities, women candidates dominate, like in municipalities such as Malmö, where you've got 63% women, Makalo and Sulamela, it was 60% women. Youth representatives is on the ascendance in our council candidates. It will account for an average of 32% overall. So we should get for the future. The minimum qualification of our council candidates are grade 12 and competence. On the minimum qualifications and skills, we've got teachers, nurses, doctors, engineers, lawyers, IT specialists. That's our council candidates. The total number of voting districts in the province is 3,186. And the total number of wards we are contesting is 568, and we are contesting 568 wards. Our people candidates are entitled to from all our regions. I am now going to present the names of the local councillor candidates, region by region. What candidates? Norman Mashaman will be congratulated today in 9 all candidates. Norman Mashaman, can we all stand up for candidates of Norman Mashaman? It will be done. One candidate. The legendary Member, can you all stand up? Father Member, Itamukama was 113, one candidate. All stand up. Thank you. Barnaba Kisama. Once again, we got 80. Thank you. Can you all stand up? The total one candidate of the doctor is 568. Evolution, I would want to say, is very included. Young and old are representatives of our rainbow nation. These men and women are ready and willing to give their best in compensation of their forebearers, such as Peter Mugaba, Samson Oki, Collins Shabani, the political thinker, Lawrence Mugaruka, Peter Shabilek, and many others. I therefore want to present to this glorious organization our young councillor candidates, Comrade President. They are behind me here, and you heard them. Are you all ready for them? Now we ANC
Amanda, give Preston a good round of applause. We have had challenges there, we can't repeat, but it is recorded, you will get it, but we have heard all the good things that he said there and there in terms of the presentation. I'll now invite Comrade Amanda Ndovu from Mpumalanga, 468 PR candidates and 400 ward candidates. Comrade Manda.
Amanda, long live ANC, long live. Greetings to the President, NEC officials, NEC members present here. We are happy that this gathering, we are blessed by the presence of NEC members, Comrade Violet, Comrade Regina Mahaula, Comrade Gwen, and Comrade Bigeleti. Greetings to PEC members, the leagues, our alliance partners, and our candidates, the people's candidates. On behalf of the ANC, the province, I thank you, candidates, for accepting to serve our people in local government. When you are in local government, you are on the ground and you are looking into the eyes and hearts of the people you are there to serve. It touches you, it teaches you to listen. It teaches you to be expansive in the people with whom you talk to. And I think that engagement gives you political judgment. It is an honor to present to the people of the province, men and women, who love our people in order to serve them better. Humble servants who listen to everybody. In the province, there are 3 regions aligned to 3 municipal districts. I will start with Eshazeni. Eshazeni, we have got a total of 130 wards. We are contesting all the wards. We fielded 130 proportional candidates. In total, there are 260 councillors. When we include 28 district candidates, our candidates are 288. I want to request all the candidates of the ANC from Eshazeni to stand up. Female candidates in this region are 55.9%. Continuity is 49.7%. Youth representation is 20%. Alliance is well represented. Most of the councillors, most of the candidates here have high qualifications. We have got candidates that have got master's degree. There are 2 candidates here that are advocates. I don't know whether you will call them advocates, candidates, Mandlandovu, or candidates, councillor, Mandlandovu. In Kangala, the total number of wards are 143 and 131 proportional candidates in 6 local municipalities. We have got 22 candidates for district, in total 296 candidates. The female candidates is 52%, continuity 40%, youth 20%, and the alliance is also well represented. I would request comrades from Kangala to stand up. Mighty Kangala, long live! We have 126 wards and 126 DR candidates. When you include the 19 district candidates in these 8 municipalities, when you include the district, you have got 271 candidates. Female candidates, 50.9%. Youth, 20%, continuity 40%, alliance well represented. And the qualifications of comrades from this region are also very high. I will request comrades to stand up from Tatsiban. Comrades in the province have 400 wards. We are contesting all the wards. 468 proportional candidates. Female representation in the province is 52.9%. Continuity 42%, youth 20%. BDs, we have got 1,798 BDs. As I indicated, we have got advocates on our list. Comrades, we want to thank our communities for joining hands with the ANC to select the best candidates for our people. Candidates that are paired with responsibility and accountability. Together, we have given the people of the province quality candidates. Comrade candidates, bear in mind that we are not the master. The people are the masters. We are the servants of the people. While the electorate gives, the electorate can take it away. Yabonga, Manza.
Amanda, Zoom to be working in Mpumalanga. Thank you very much, comrades. I'm now going to call upon Comrade Susan Janchis from Northwest to present 477 PR candidates and 403 ward candidates. Watinta wafazi! Watinta wafazi! Comrade Susan. You, my cup is at cold. We can't hear Comrade Susan. Can we pass to another province? Can we go to another province whilst we sort out Northwest? Can we go to Northern Cape? Comrade Zamani to present 229 PR candidates and 232 ward candidates. Northern Cape, Comrade Zamani.
Viva ANC, viva Northern Cape, viva! Forward to victory, forward! Forwards, no cap, forwards! Forwards, no cap, forwards! Thank you very much, Program Director. Let me start by greeting the Leadership Collective, the President of our Glorious Movement, the former Deputy President Adema Muzande. Let me also greet all the members of the National Executive Committee of the African National Congress. And I think I must also report Colonel Maine is with us here. Let me greet the members of the provincial executive committees from all provinces, and let me greet our candidate councillors from all provinces. There's a distraction. So the directives situation is it's my neighbor who programs not well. Those are my neighbors. Let me thank the National Executive Committee for convening this councillors roll call and afterwards of the ANC pledge. For us in the Northern Cape Program Director, this is a very significant event. Hence, all our words and PR councillor candidates are here today. Can you give yourselves a nice round of applause? From Director in the Northern Cape, we have 31 municipalities, and the African National Congress is in charge of all 31 municipalities. Well, our minimum goal for these 2021 local government elections is to retain our incumbency in all 21 municipalities. This is possible because we offer to the people of the Northern Cape the most disciplined and skilled councillor candidates. And we offer to the people of the Northern Cape a stable, vibrant, and dynamic African National Congress. We have 232 wards and the ANC fielded one candidates in all wards. We have the most diverse and balanced list. The representation of the alliance features very prominently on ours. In terms of gender program director, out of the 470 councillor candidates, 255 are female and 215 are male. And this is the highest representation of female councillor candidate in the history of local government in the Northern Cape. Young people constitute 25% of all councillors and municipal young people. The nice round of applause for the vibrancy that they add to our elections campaign. Continue with the program director stands at 46%, and all our leaders are fairly balanced in terms of race. We have all racial groups represented. Out of the 460 candidate councillors, 242 have post-matric qualifications in diverse educational fields. We have candidate councillors with qualifications in economics, education, politics, management, local government, finance, etc. And as I close, ask the candidate councillors from Speaker Isaka Assembly to greet your counterparts in other provinces. And the candidate councillors from Francis Bar, can you greet your counterparts in other provinces? And the candidate councillors from ZF Tau, can you say hi to your counterparts? And our candidate councillors from Nabapa, let us say hello for Alman. And Freya Woodlander. Understand the third file and for Vars ISF for God. And our candidate councillors from Zone Town Heights can be great. Thank you very much, Program Director. That's what we have at the Northern Cape. Thank you very much.
Give Northern Cape a big round of applause. Thank you, Comrade Zamani. We'll now call Comrade Rumo Kalako from Western Cape. We are fielding 392 PR candidates, 406 ward candidates. Comrade Rumo will be followed by Gauteng, Alberton Civic Center, where we are. Comrade Rumo, over to you.
Comrade Khalima, the chair of our electoral committee, and our colleagues and comrades in other provinces, we greet you as the Western Cape. In the Western Cape, we have 792 candidates. Out of these 792, we have 406 wards which were contesting, all of them as ANC. We have 386 PR candidates. Our list is reflective of the non-racial character of the ANC and demographics of the province. Our list have 25% of our list is young people. 48% is women. We still have to improve on those. Out of our candidates, we have comrades with experience who are coming back. There's continuity. We have our comrades who have trained, who are doctors, lawyers, chemists, others are doing their master's degrees. We have accountants amongst our list. We have people and comrades who specialize on public administration and governance. We have bishops and reverends, which have actually, we have the alliance is represented in our structures. We still have to improve on that score. Let me now come. We have hit all regions, all entities are represented, are here. Let's start with Karoo. Karoo, can you greet the national? Victor Mulosi region. Overberg region. Poland. West Coast. Metro. Comrades, our list, we have even tried to have, by all means, to make sure that we have people with disability. Thank you very much, Comrade Program Director Amanda.
I'm now going to invite on the center stage Comrade Panyaza Lisufi, the Deputy Chair of Gauteng, to introduce 522 PR candidates and 529 ward candidates. Comrade Panyaza.
Amanda, Amanda, Maibu Yitwani, Maibu ye, Maibu Yitwani, Maibu ye, Maibu Yimitvan, Maibu ye, Tata Ikuruleni Tata, Tata Chowek Tata, Tata Silibek Tata, Tata Western Tata. Thank you so much, Program Director. our President, Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, and members of the ANC, Chairperson of our Electoral Committee, former President Kgalema Motlanthe, provincial chairpersons across our country, candidates, fellow comrades. The task and the mandate is simple. Don't disappoint our people. Ensure that the city of Tshwane come back home to the African National Congress. That we must leave no stone unturned to ensure that Midvaal join the family of the African National Congress and we save the community of Sicelo and surrounding communities of neglect and poverty. Program Director and the leadership of the ANC, we introduce to you capable and committed candidates who will leave no stone unturned to serve, and serve our people. These candidates represent people with disabilities, youth, women, the LGBTQI community, and highly qualified individuals, some holding doctorates, masters, and honors degrees. We are proud that our list also incorporates representatives of our alliance partners as well as organs of civil society. We are further proud that our list also ensures that we keep a substantial number of experienced councillors who have served in majority of our municipalities. Some have been with our municipalities more than 10 years. This, we believe, will be the core, the center, and the school that will train those that are joining us for the first time. So, Program Director, allow me to introduce our candidates from our clean audit, Ekurhuleni Municipality. Sabo. From our Josie Network, Joburg Municipality. Sabonga Matawa. From the City of Government, Tshwane Municipality. From the River City, Sidibeng District Municipality. From the West Rand, the home of Omuna Lady, West Rand District Municipality. Thank you so much, comrades. Program Director, we want to urge all Gauteng voters. There is only one movement that is capable and ever ready. As you receive your ballot papers on the 1st of November, do the honorable thing. Vote for the African National Congress. Thank you so much, Program.
Viva Gauteng, viva! Tata Gauteng, tata! Tata ANC, tata! Pata Ramaphosa, pata! Batseba no ka dinako tse ke kena moyeng. E dinako di ile makomreti ke a bona le khathetse ne re tobile more long camp power no. We are taking power. Do you want to welcome our youngest candidate as we prepare ourselves for the pledge? But pledge ene ki batla link Ntate Ramaphosa le teng. But the president I pledge. Ali sign a link. DJ, can you give us a revolutionary song? Sorry. I'm sorry, comrades. Northwest will kill me. Comrade Susan, it looks like the technicalities have been resolved. Viva Northwest, viva! Comrade Susan, Northwest. And thereafter, Chief, you hit us with a revolutionary song. Yes. Susan.
And And Baba Mbarona, that is a degree, which Baba never did a junior degree, which Baba never did a degree, one and post-matric qualifications. The Lebuha Baburona, Aria Tom, Gerata Giri, my grandma, Aria Pasama, the Simple Barumana Baruna, my ANC, the Baruna Police and the Asura. Even as a Musamigo, Ronaldo was in the Lavali and Mascara 2016. But the room of Papuso, everything as a Chava, everything is a Puma, Pioma Baruna, Papu, Amanda! Help me, Comrade President, help me!
Amanda! Comrades, let's give a round of applause to Northwest. Finally, Comrade Suzy managed to deliver the message. Nimswili Angisho. Riadebua, Northwest Riadebua. Now, Comrade Councillor candidates, I'm going to call on the stage former Deputy President, former Secretary General, to speak to us about the selection process and what is going to happen post the election going forward. Comrade Kharima Mutante. Amanda! And it's going over, you know, so they you say together. And when I say together, you say building better communities. Building better communities. Building better communities. Together.
Amanda, viva ANC, viva! Program Director and Head of National Elections, Comrade Figile Mbalula, the President of the African National Congress, Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, and all the national officials, members of the National Executive Committee, the provincial and regional leadership of the African National Congress, the leadership of the leagues, the leadership of the alliance, honorable candidates. As an electoral committee, we are grateful to be provided with this opportunity to present a brief account on the candidate selection process, as well as the resolution of outstanding disputes as follows. Subsequent to the establishment of the Electoral Committee in April this year by the National Executive Committee, we have embarked on an arduous task to transform, improve, and strengthen the ANC's internal democratic processes of ensuring that its candidates for the forthcoming local government elections are credible individuals nominated and/or endorsed by the communities. The Electoral Committee moved swiftly to establish the Provincial List Committees, PLCs, to manage and coordinate the candidate selection process, including the resolution of disputes that arose in the process. We also established the regional interview and vetting panels, RIVPs, to screen, order, and balance the PR candidates in terms of gender, youth, credibility, skills required to better serve our communities. The ANC Electoral Committee has established rules for the candidate selection process with guidelines on the resolution of disputes. The directive of the Electoral Committee is that all disputes should be lodged with the provincial list committees, and appeals against the PLC verdicts should be lodged with the Electoral Committee for final decisions. The Electoral Committee has received feedback from the national officials as well as the National Elections Team, indicating that the outstanding disputes on the candidate selection processes are of great concern to the ANC structures as well as the communities. The Electoral Committee has assured the ANC leadership as well as structures and communities that we shall ensure that all outstanding disputes are speedily resolved shortly after the elections on the 1st of November 2021 as per the NEC decision. In line with our unwavering commitment to process and resolve all outstanding disputes, the PLCs have been directed to ensure that all the outstanding disputes are processed by the 15th of November 2021, and the Electoral Committee shall finalize all the appeals by the 30th of November 2021. Accordingly, all ANC leaders and comrades are asked to refrain from trying to resolve disputes whilst on the campaign trail and should instead refer all such disputes encountered whilst campaigning to the Electoral Committee using our existing channels of communication. We urge all comrades to close rank, unite, and exercise maximum discipline to ensure victory in all the wards which the ANC is contesting throughout the country. Our message to all the ANC candidates is that there is no higher honor than being chosen to represent the people. You represent the people of the specific ward you come from. If you win, you represent and work for all the people, and you govern for everyone, even those who voted against you. Their problems are your problems. You are the living link between them and any government services people should have access to. You have to be both an effective representative as well as an effective councillor. People will knock on your door at any time of the night or day when they have a problem or a crisis or a disaster and need of the support or services of the government. In council, you will be expected to know every problem and every plan that affects your ward. You will have to be a strong voice for the people of your ward and work tirelessly for your people to get the development they need. Proportional representation candidates or list candidates have been chosen by the ANC through a democratic nomination process and a further screening and selection process. This helped us to select some of the best talent in our movement. We also made sure that we selected women and youth in greater numbers so that our councillors reflect the diversity and richness of our society. But PR councillors have a higher mission than just winning a council seat. You have to help ensure that each municipality is effectively governed and managed and meets the goals and targets we have set for our country in terms of development of services. Those of you who become part of the ANC-governed municipality must always remember that the people have entrusted you with all the resources of the state so that you can govern and deliver on their behalf. You will be responsible for bringing government services to the people in an equitable, efficient, and economic way as dictated by our Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. I thank you for your kind attention.
Amandla, building better communities, together. Now I finish and I say, building better communities together, and you say vote ANC. Okay? Building better communities together. Building better communities together. Vote ANC. That's the reason you have to vote ANC. It's because we want to build better communities. Not alone, but with the people. Amanda! Comrades, we have our comrades from government here, Deputy Minister of COGTA. Can I be told, okay, man? Tembing Kadime, what's one to Moneva allows you forget the person. Tembing Kadime, the former president of Salga. And then it's with our Minister of Communication, Silence Kumbuzo Nchaveni, Watinta Wafazi. And then we have the young lions here, Noneba, the convener of the Youth League. Raw young lions, raw. Amanda! Our president has arrived. Viva President Ramaphosa, viva! Viva President Ramaphosa, viva! Mata! I'm going now to call upon the president of COSATU to give us a message of support, because I must meet that deadline that the president will be on podium exactly at 8 o'clock. Comrade Zingiswa Losi, the president of COSATU. President. Malibongwe!
Mama, Long live the African National Congress, long live. Long live the Revolutionary Alliance, long live. Pilangana Pagate, President Ramaphosa, Pilangana Pagate. Malibongwe. Igama Kosikazi. Thank you very much, Comrade Mbaks. The President of the ANC, President Cyril Ramaphosa, the officials of the ANC that are here and the entire NEC, former President Kgalema Motlanthe, members of COSATU and members of the party that are here, members of the media, our councillors and PR councillors, candidates. Comrades, we are 12 days away from the most difficult election since 1994. Unemployment has risen to 44%. Our country has been battling a global pandemic to which many lives have been lost. Corruption has crippled key parts of our state. SOEs and municipalities, basic services have deteriorated in many of our townships and rural areas. COSATU, coming from its central committee, has taken a decision to support the African National Congress in the 2021 local government election manifesto. We support the ANC also because we participated in the drafting of the manifesto of the African National Congress. And that manifesto has many progressive commitments. These include councillors who are competent and that will deliver on that manifesto. It includes ramping up the fight against corruption. It includes saving and creating jobs across the economy and buying locally produced goods to boost manufacturing sectors. It commits to insourcing work in municipalities and ending labor brokers and outsourcing. It commits to rebuilding basic services in all our communities and ensuring that people are receiving the free electricity and water that they are entitled to. Comrades, COSATU and our affiliates have been crisscrossing the country, mobilizing our members, their families and workers at large to come out in their numbers on the 1st of November to put the ANC back to power. Last week we held provincial shop steward council in all our 9 provinces to ensure that workers are ready for the 1st of November. The response that we have received from workers has been overwhelming. They will come out, comrades, and they will vote for the African National Congress. We want to emphasize workers love the African National Congress. But also, comrades, workers are deeply pained by the behavior of some amongst us. Their support is not infinite. Our task is great. We are gathered, comrades, across the country with our candidate councillors. The nation has great expectations and demands. We simply cannot afford to let them down. Workers expect that our councillors will deliver and not to disappoint. We expect our councillors to implement the ANC local elections manifesto and not to forget about it. We expect that our councillors to behave with integrity and not to bring shame to us. Comrades, we will insist that our councillors honor their oath of office and the ANC and the Municipalities Act, and that we will act against anyone that is found wanting. This includes those that are charged criminally. They must step aside. We expect, comrades, that government and the ANC to undertake lifestyle audits of councillors, municipal managers, and procurement officials. We can no longer afford to let up on the fight against corruption. We expect, comrades, our councillors to work with COSATU and our affiliates. We do not want to receive reports about councillors who undermine the rights of workers. Singabi kunye namhlanje kusasa sesibuzana ukuthi kanene siyintoni kule ANC. So in conclusion, Chair, as COSATU, we will work side by side with the ANC and our councillors to deliver that better life for all and implement the manifesto fully. Vote ANC on the 1st of November. Amandla. Thank you very much, Chair.
Vote ANC. In the building better community. Vote ANC. Together. Thank you, comrades. Comrade President, I'm just fixing my papers here. We have here, Comrade President, 9,405 candidates for local government elections throughout the country in all 9 provinces. They were presented here tonight by all the provincial chairpersons of the African National Congress. We are contesting this election in what we call wall-to-wall campaign. Comrade President, we are fielding 4,937 PR candidates. We are fielding 4,469 ward candidates. That is the African National Congress. I'm now going to call upon the young Councillor of the African National Congress, who's going to read and present the pledge to the country. Witumelo Tahe is a 25-year-old ANC Councillor candidate. Witumelo Tahe is a 25-year-old ANC Councillor candidate. She comes from Ward 98 in Tshwane. She is the founder of a non-profit organization called A Second Chance, established in 2017. This NPO is focused on providing help and love for those who need it mostly. Its target are women, children, the homeless, and families which are living in townships and rural areas. She is also the co-founder of anti-GBV movement, which focuses on breaking the silence and creating a safe space for GBV victims, educating members of society about GBV, pandemic, and its impact on the world since 2020. She is a self-published author of children's book, which aims to educate children about GBV. She graduated from the University of South Africa with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Community and Health Psychology. She is an activist. She served in different structures of our movement. I ask you, councillors, not me, all of you councillors, in front of the President and the Acting Secretary General, now that you have signed your pledge, to stand up and ask Witumelo to come forward and read the pledge.
Amanda! Away to... Thank you very much. Greetings to the President of the Republic of South Africa and of the African National Congress. Greetings to the NEC members of the ANC and to all alliance partners that are here today. And I greet all my fellow councillor candidates of the African National Congress, and I say to you, let us do better. I'm going to start reading the pledge now. I, Boitumelo Thage, hereby voluntarily and solemnly affirm the ANC pledge to do better. A pledge to be honorable and contempt local leaders. A pledge to be action-orientated men and women who are committed to service delivery. A pledge to deliver services promptly and consistently. A pledge to stimulate local economies. A pledge to be available to our people 24/7. A pledge to listen and to have open channels of communication. A pledge to form and sustain working relationships with communities, NGOs, and private companies that benefit local economies. A pledge to spare no effort in rooting out corruption and all forms of nepotism and malfunctions in our organization and all levels of government. A pledge to do and be better. I further solemnly declare that I will abide by the aims and objectives of the African National Congress as set out in the Constitution, the Freedom Charter, and the other duly adopted policies. That I have joined the organization voluntarily and without motives of material advantage or personal gain. That I agree to respect the Constitution and the structures and to work as a loyal member and employee of the organization. That I will place my energies and skills at the disposal of the organization and carry out tasks given to me. That I will work towards making the ANC an even more efficient instrument of liberation in the hands of the people, and that I will defend the unity and integrity of the organization and its principles and combat any tendency towards disruption and factionalism. Thank you. Amandla!
Thank you, comrades. Now is the time to call the president to the stage. Amanda! Viva Boitumelo, viva! Viva our councillor candidates, viva! Pata, councillor Pata! Buyana, you want Buyana, yo! Amanda! Watinta Bafazi! Pakamisanu president Gengo! DJ unaimba umeshikilia wapi? Como lo sé, mamina. Como lo sé, mamina. Como lo sé, mamina. Kanti ngawusonde lapha uzolungisa lo mcimbi kungathiwa ndishiye upresident ne-COVID.
Patata, wangena emakhaya gijima, isindehla siwe, umavula kuvaliwe, uvela wahleke, ngiyakubona ngiyaphophoma, ngigudluza izintaba, ngigudlula ifula, kwenziwa yintolozo yokubona isizwe sikakhongolose sihlangane lana. Viva ANC, viva! Viva African National Congress, viva! Yabo, we are bringing better communities together. Baniwa kalina, al-Komanene, 9,405 is the number. 9,405. Please go to the local elections, local government elections, and take them to another level. Win ANC, win! Pata ANC, Pata! Unity through diversity. When you see me on the floor, lend me your hands, lift me up. Balu, Bakayi, Alkomanin, the community people are strengthened in Yanshamunawe, Alko, Kakava Marinapa, Alko, in Yanshamunawe, Alko, the community people are strengthened in Yanshamunawe, Alko. Everything is bright and beautiful. My president, everything has been blessed. Pata ANC, Pata, Itamahu, Nifile, Naliula Kaya, Naliula Ufalukanya, Alala ANC, Alala, my president, Diabalega,
Amandla. Amandla. Forward to victory, forward. Wow. You all look so beautiful, so handsome, all over the country, in every province of our country. You are all gathered like this. You make me wish like I could stand to be a ward councillor as well. Program director, national chairperson of the African National Congress, Comrade Gwede Mantashe, Acting Secretary General, Comrade J.C. Duarte, former Deputy President of the African National Congress and former President of the Republic, Comrade Kgalema Motlanthe, President of the Congress of South African Trade Unions, candidates. I didn't see the General Secretary of the party, but candidates of the African National Congress for the local government elections, and of course the leadership of the African National Congress, both at the national level, members of the NEC, members of our provincial structures, our regional structures, and indeed all our branch structures as well. Friends and comrades and South Africans, I'd like to congratulate the comrades who are running our election campaign for organizing this historic and unprecedented moment of getting our candidates to make a public pledge. We've never done this. This is the first time, and we should applaud our election organizers from the Acting Secretary General to Comrade Mbalula, and all the others in all the provinces as well. And of course, all our volunteers in their thousands and thousands, and not least of all of you as our candidates. Thank you very much for availing yourselves for the service to our people. And tonight, you are here and you have made your pledge. Thank you for being here. This evening, throughout the length and the breadth of our country, nearly 10,000 ANC local government candidates have made a solemn pledge, an underlying solemn pledge to the people of South Africa. The candidates have made this pledge as part of the ANC's commitment to do better and to be better. They have just pledged to correct what has gone wrong and to fix our mistakes. As I have been going around the country, I've been received by thousands and thousands of our people, where we have, with humility, presented ourselves to our people and humbly informed them that yes, we have made mistakes. There are also areas where we have done well, but we have also said we are going to do better because we are the African National Congress. And that statement has been warmly and broadly accepted by our people. As part of the renewal and rebuilding process of our organization, the ANC, we, working together with our communities, have chosen candidates who have and enjoy the support and confidence of the communities that they are expected to serve. We have sought to involve ordinary community members in our candidate selection process so that our candidates understand that their first responsibility is to the people that they represent and not themselves. The candidates that are gathered here and across the country in all our 9 provinces reflect the diversity of the people of our country. These are men and women from our villages, from our towns, from our cities, from our metros. These are men and women of all languages in our country, all cultures and all races, who together represent the interests and aspirations of a united South African nation. These men and women, our candidates, bring together a powerful combination of youth, experience, knowledge, and capability. If there ever have been moments where I have taken great pride as I go around the country, a moment which has been so warmly embraced by our people is when we present youthful candidates like we do to our people. And as we do that, that is when our people say, this is the transformation, the renewal, and the rebuilding that we have been yearning for as the African National Congress. Also, as I go around the country and tell our people that at the very least 46% of our candidates are women. much more than any other party. Together they represent hope and a promise that we will, together, succeed in building a better life for all our people. These candidates have, this evening, pledged to serve the people of our country in their various municipalities with honesty, with integrity, and dedication, and to do so with humility and selflessly as well. They have undertaken to be responsive, inclusive, and accountable. They have pledged to put the interests of you, the people of South Africa, first. Through the pledge that they have signed, they have consequentially committed themselves to be responsive, and they have also committed themselves to be available to the people in our communities on a 24/7 basis. They have also, whether they know it or not, publicized their cell numbers so that our people must be able to reach them anytime. They have taken a pledge, and this is important. They have taken a pledge to end corruption, to end fraud and patronage, no matter what form it takes and no matter who is involved. Most importantly, they have committed themselves to strive each and every day to improve the lives of the people of South Africa, the people that they serve. In making this pledge, they undertake not to rest until all the people in the communities they serve, yes, have proper services, have proper houses, clean water, reliable electricity, sanitation, proper roads, and clean towns and cities without litter scattered all over our towns. Our towns are dirty and filthy right now. These candidates, when elected as councillors, are going to clean up. That is the instruction I am issuing today. The instruction I'm issuing. Yesterday, I was in the Free State, in Mangaung, I was in Welkom, and I went to 6 areas. And as we were traveling around, our towns, our townships, our suburbs are just filthy, full of litter all over. And I am now committing you as future councillors to clean up our towns, to clean up our townships, and to make South Africa clean. Yes, these candidates will not stand by as our roads fall into disrepair or raw sewage flows in the streets of our towns and our townships. They will make sure that street lights work and that there are places in every community where children can play in safety. This means that they will work together as individual councillors and as a collective to fix municipal finances and systems, to improve billing and revenue collection, to ensure that service providers, both big and small, are paid on time and that council budgets are spent wisely and there is no underspending or misspending of council funds. As the African National Congress, we undertake to do these things, not only because it is what our people expect and deserve, but also because functioning local government is vital to the recovery of our economy, vital to investment, and also vital to job creation. Every city, every town must be a place where business can thrive and where investors can be confident that they will achieve sustainable returns as they create jobs. We make this pledge because we know that we have not always lived up to the expectation of our people. We know that there are areas where we have disappointed our people, where services have not been delivered, where corruption and mismanagement have taken hold, where infrastructure has not been properly maintained. And this is the message that we have put forward in our manifesto, and this is the message that we are also putting forward in our campaign processes. And as we put this message forward, we do so with humility, and our people are accepting this humility that they see in us. And they are therefore saying, we will invest more and further confidence in you, because we know that as the African National Congress, you are capable of doing much better than what you have done. We know that there are councillors who have not listened to the concerns of our people. We know that there are councillors who have not sought to explain to our people the problems that they have encountered in not being able to provide better services. We know that some of our councillors have not offered solutions to our people. We know that some of our councillors have also grown distant from our communities and have in the process appeared arrogant and unconcerned. This comes to an end with this election. This, comrades, is what we are determined to end. Even in the midst of the devastating COVID-19 pandemic, we have made clear and demonstrable progress in implementing the mandate we received in the 2019 national and provincial elections. Yes, we've done everything we can and can do much more to confront corruption and state capture. We have rebuilt public institutions and have started to revitalize state-owned enterprises. We have undertaken mass public employment programs and driven far-reaching reforms. We have demonstrated that we will not stand by for wrongdoing, no matter who is involved. We will not protect any ANC leader, public representative, or member who faces charges of corruption or other serious offenses. The law must take its course and justice must be done in South Africa. And though there will be days when the tasks of renewal and rebuilding will be difficult, when correcting our own mistakes may be very painful, we are determined to restore our movement and rebuild our country, and to unite the African National Congress, and by so doing, unite the people of South Africa as well. We are now asking for a mandate to ensure that the renewal of the African National Congress that is based on the values of our movement takes place at local level. We are asking for a mandate to build partnerships with communities, with workers, with businesses, with non-governmental organizations, to improve the living conditions of our people and create better opportunities for all. I wish, as President of the African National Congress, to commend all ANC candidates who have taken this solemn pledge this evening. I commend you, comrades, as you are seated here and as you are seated in all the other venues in our other 8 provinces. I commend you for having put yourselves forward to serve the people of our country and to strive to do all you can to ensure that our people get a better life. You have committed yourselves before the nation to use your energies, your knowledge, your experience, your capabilities to respond to the needs of our people. And tonight, by making this pledge, you have taken on your shoulders the responsibility of driving progressive change in communities, of building partnerships, and of finding new, creative, and innovative solutions to the challenges that our people are facing. You have promised to take nothing from the people of our country. Through this pledge, that's what you have said. You have also promised to accept no inducement. You have also promised to commit no fraud. You have also promised, comrades, to disavow any form of nepotism or patronage, but you have also promised to respect the women and the girls of our country as you serve our people. As the nation prepares to vote on the 1st of November, please remember that you will be held to the commitments that you have made this evening. Having signed this pledge is your bond. It is your commitment. Not only by the organization that you represent, because we will hold you to this pledge tonight, but by the people that you are going to be elected to serve. This is a pledge that you must carry with you wherever you go. In case walebala, in case we are khohlwa, ihlale ilapha le pledge, ila esikhwameni, so that you can remind yourself what you have pledged to do. I carry my constitution all the time. That is the constitution I swore as president to abide by. So I'd like you to carry your pledge all the time. This pledge must be in your office, it must be in your car, it must be in your at your home, it must be under your pillow, it must be all over. This pledge must be your bond. Yes, it must be shared with residents in your ward and the businesses in your area. In fact, here is my suggestion. Comrade Mbalula, there is my suggestion. This pledge must be printed, large, framed, with your signature in your office as a councillor. But most importantly, comrades, this pledge must be in your heart. It must be evident also in your actions. It must show itself in the way that you conduct yourself and in the way that you apply yourself to the implementation of your mandate. On the 1st of November, the voters of this country will put their faith and their hope for a better life in your hands. I have every confidence, comrades, that you will prove yourselves worthy of this greatest of honors. As Comrade Kgalema said, there is no greater honor than to be chosen, and most importantly, to be chosen by the members of your own community to serve them, and by extension, to serve the people of South Africa. Comrades, I present you to the nation with your pledges, and I know that you will not let the people of South Africa down. Go ahead and serve our people. Thank you very much.